welcome back to We Talk Cricket. Today's episode is a little different, is a little bit more special because today marks the beginning of the T20 Cricket World Cup jointly hosted between the West Indies and USA. And today marks match 1, USA versus Canada. And honestly speaking, we got to talk a little bit about what to expect in this World Cup, predict a little bit, and see if we can get it spot on from a fan's perspective. So without further ado, my peeps, let's jump into it. Let's start off with the groups wise, alright? Let's talk about the teams in the groups. We have in Group A, Canada, Ireland, India, Pakistan, and Team USA in Group A. Tough group, especially for Canada, Ireland, and USA, because I know for one thing, that India-Pakistan match is going to be sold out, and ooh, it's gonna be some excitement going on in that place. Now, when it comes to who I think is gonna make it out of this group, for sure India. Now I know you want to say Pakistan, but Pakistan's form as of late in T20s has not been that great. So they're technically my outside top 2 team going through. Not gonna be like fully committed until I see like the first couple of games played in this group. But at least for now, tentatively, I see India and Pakistan leading the group coming out. Now if I were to pick another number 2, I would definitely go with Ireland. Ireland, as we know, has always surprised us in the past in World Cups and especially in big tournaments. So this could be maybe the year they step up and do something brilliant and grand. You never know. It's cricket, right? It's an unpredictable game. This is why we talk about it. And they did beat Pakistan in one of those 3 T20 matches and showed good promise in chasing and setting totals. So they're in the cards there for me anyway. Now, let's talk a little bit about Group B. Australia, England, Namibia, Oman, and Scotland. Who picked this table right here? Got straight up right away, I felt like you give England and Australia the easiest teams in the whole dang Cricket World Cup. Don't get me wrong, I know Oman, Scotland, and Namibia fought to be there, but we're talking about 2 of the most powerful. Australia's ranked 1 right now in T20. They're the number 1 team. And we're putting them with England, and then we just, you know what? Toss in Oman, toss in Scotland, toss in Namibia. Now, obviously, they're definitely going to be the top 2 teams for me coming out of this group, but England did have some terrible performances in the World Cup 50 over format of cricket, so like maybe anything's possible. If I were to pick another team to surprise us and come out, it will probably be Namibia, honestly speaking. They have showed great potential, they have the skill, and they have the bowlers and batters to do it, so anything is possible. Now, please know I'm not discounting any team and saying anything can't or won't happen. This is cricket, baby, and we love this game because it's so unpredictable. So it would be awesome to see other teams, whether it be Group A, B, C, or D, that we didn't expect to truly jump up in there. Alright? Now, let's talk about Group C. Afghanistan, New Zealand, Papua New Guinea, Uganda, and West Indies. Now, this one is actually a tougher group, honestly speaking, because I can pick the top 3 I think can make it out. Afghanistan, as we know, are no strangers to playing cricket in the hardest and most amazing way, especially when they hit form. And seriously, in the warm-up matches, they were pushing and pushing. Yes, West Indies, true, we're on a 4-run unbeaten streak because we beat Australia in the warm-up. But, look, respect to Windies, you still got my number 1 vote here, but I'm still saying out of the teams I think are going to make it out, I'm going to give my tentative, my top 2 will be West Indies and New Zealand, but my tentative 2 would be West Indies and Afghanistan. Or it could be New Zealand and Afghanistan. Look, I'm not putting down my own team. You know I'm a West Indies fan, die hard all the way. But I'm putting the predictions out the way we have to see it. And this is from a fan's perspective. We have seen performances from these 3 teams, and we can expect something. Now, Papua New Guinea and Uganda are some surprise inclusions in this group, so I'm actually looking forward to see how they play. Like, seriously, this is some of their first major competitions. I'm looking forward to see how they play and what they bring to the table. Last but not least, Group D. Bangladesh, South Africa, Sri Lanka, Nepal, and the Netherlands. Honestly, this, just like Group C, is one of the hardest groups to predict who I think is going to make it out. Why? Bangladesh, we know, is a powerhouse. South Africa is a powerhouse. Sri Lanka is a powerhouse. Nepal can surprise you, and so can the Netherlands. Okay? But if I were to pick two teams to push out and come through, it would be South Africa and Sri Lanka. Now, you're probably like, Sim, why not Bangladesh? Bangladesh just got their butts whooped by USA. I'm sorry, okay? No, I'm like, you gotta come prepared to play. And until Bangladesh can prove to me that they're up there, they're gonna be the outside number one, number two chances. This, as we all know, could be anybody's game. Cricket is so unpredictable. But those are my legit top two teams and tentative number one, two teams coming out of the group stages. Now, there are 12, make sure you know, 12 Super 8 matches. The top two teams will each play 3 matches going forward, and basically top 4 come out of that will progress to the semifinals. I would love to see it be West Indies, Australia, India, and England. Now you're probably thinking, Sim, out of all the teams, man, you just like lay down a whole barrage. Why would I love to see these 4? Because I want to see some total action. I want to see India redeem themselves versus Australia, and I want to see West Indies give England a run for their dang money, okay? Well, whenever we go there, we're always taking the whoopings, alright? It's about time we start cheering. This is our backyard, okay? We should be dishing out the punishment. Now, if I were to list an outside chance for teams to make it to the semifinal, I would definitely give it to New Zealand, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, and last but not least, if I remember correctly, I remember this is the outside 4, not the 4 I just predicted. Outside 4, and probably like Afghanistan, because we know Afghanistan has got the firepower, they've got the bowlers, they can do this. Okay, that would be my second or tentative semifinal number 2. Now they're like, bro, but you're knocking out all of like the other major countries. Hey man, cricket is an unpredictable game. How many times do I have to say this in this video? A lot? Yeah, so we don't know what way it's gonna swing. Predictable scores, honestly, may range between 180 to 200 plus. I'm telling you, like, it's gonna be really interesting to see people defend 160 and below, because I got a feeling like we're gonna see some records being broken here. Alright? Now, finals, we definitely would love to see West Indies in there. Would also love to see India or England or Australia. Those, like, from that semi-final pool, would love to see that. I'm not set on it yet. I want to see how it plays out. I want to bring the coverage match by match, reviews as we keep going. But honestly, the two teams that I would really love to see would probably be West Indies versus India. We have a great rivalry with India. Or we go for Australia again to see if we can redo what we did at the Gabba, or England, so we can actually say, hey, welcome back to the party. It's West Indian time. But really would love to see that. Now, I know you're like, Sydney included West Indies and everything. Hey man, it's my team. But on the outside chance that West Indies does not make it, I would love to see an India-Australia rematch in the final. Or an India versus England. Because England are the defending champions of this particular version of the game. So it'd be amazing to see that. Anyway, I have rambled on about my predictions, scores, and what I think is going to happen. Let us know in the comments below, what do you think is going to happen? Who is going to get out of the group stages? Who's going to get out of the Super 8? Who is going to make the semifinals and finals and win it all? Because hey, you know we always talk about it, my peeps. Where else but right here on We Talk Cricket. And I'll catch you next time so we can talk some more. Later. Every time you feel this way.